season is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 20. Three-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready? Fires the mic. It's been a long day for you. They got tight left, tight left. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Check 37, check 37. 6-6, bullet high.
Off play action. Church. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead. They maybe need to fill.
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Mine's 49. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Church. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I got you.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo! Chinese on the Ringo. We got three, fellas, we got 3. Mike 5. Coming this way, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Church. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. He was looking for Parker that time. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Touchdown, New England. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
51 to Mike.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
51.
Throwing is Allen on third. It's caught. Jones. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Allen off the play fake. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
That one 28 yards on the ground. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't. Get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Ready
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Matchbox lights.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
26-yard line.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Ready.
From the gun, Church. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Out of the 48, enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
At the Bills' 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Allen to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
Got it.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. All tied up, 6-6, our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Church. He's got Jack Doyle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Hey, I'm coming.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Check 99. Check 99.
Give right side. It's Pierce. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Allen. This is caught by Robinson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 40.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down. Allen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 18-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead. And it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second down. Church looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Clear.
Fire.
From the gun, Church. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch that in. Watch that in.
Allen now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Allen going to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down, Church. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack to lose start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To the air, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. On 1st down, Church. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Allen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
On first down, Allen. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Allen now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got it first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Let him know.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal.
Check 4 to 3.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on third and goal?
Check 4.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. From the gun, it's Allen. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 18 big yards on that one. And a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Back. Check 52.
On first and 10 is counter. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Again, it's Connor. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Get in the weight room.
Protein spill.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Strong right. Even.
Fire.
Back to throw. Church. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Ed Oliver in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll try the left side. Sullivan. And he's got room. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sullivan. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check it.
And they give this time to the tailback. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Let's go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Hey!
54. I'm scared. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Here it comes.
On 2nd down now, it's Sullivan, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Mike 54.
On 3rd down, Church. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
All the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 75 yards. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, but we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen now looks to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Bills.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down is Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere. Yeah,
and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Allen's throw is complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Preston Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, I-7.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Sullivan. And a solid run down inside the 30. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Counter. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
To throw is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. Final score now on our NFL scoreboard. And the Ravens have wound up winning that football game. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bills, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for New England, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.